We're doing the 2015 AP Computer Science test, question 4C, the last question. So in this question, they're talking about this multiple groups class that we have to implement. It represents a collection of number group, right? So, and is a number group, right? So that tells us, when they say is a number group, that tells us that it has to implement the number group interface. The number group class is going to store a number of groups using this instance variable called group list, which has this type. Is a type of it's a list of number group things. So basically, you could get the idea. A multiple group is many groups, many number groups. That's about it. And it's gonna, because multiple group is a number group, that means it's gonna have to implement the contains method, which is what we have to do. Also, we have to implement that method. So for example, here there's a nice example. We have a multiple group that contains the following groups. We have a range of from 5 to 8, another range from 10 to 12, and 1 through 6. Then how does the multiple group work? Well, it just checks, so if you ask it, is this multiple group contain the number 2? I'm just going to check all the ranges that make up this multiple group, right? So here I defined one from 5 to 8. I say, is 2 within 5 through 8? Yes. So I'm done, really. I don't have to check the other ranges. I'm done. I know it's in there. What about the number 9? So what I would do for the contains group, I say, is the number 9 between 5 and 8? Nope. Is the number 9 between 10 and 12? Nope. The number 9 between 1 and 6? Nope. So therefore, it's not in any of the group list groups, so it's not part of this multiple group. That's the logic we're going to be implementing. So basically, we have to implement the contains method for the test. That's all you need, but in order to test it, I actually have to implement the class itself, so I'm going to do that. It's called, I already forgot, multiple groups. Multiple groups class, and this class is going to implement the number group interface, right? As they tell us, it's going to have this one private list number group list instance variable. So private list number group, and it's called group list, right? Yeah. I'm gonna import that. Oops. I'm gonna fix that by importing the list. And this is because I need to implement the interface. So I'm gonna implement the contains method soon. Okay, let's do it now. So like I said, to determine if a number is contained in this multiple group, all I need to do is check each group in the group list in order. So I'm just going to have another for loop for each number group in my group list. I'm going to say if that group contains the number, and then I'm done. Right? Return true, because it's containing one of those. If we ever get down to here, that means I have checked every group in the group list. It's not in any of my groups, so it is not in this multi-group. Return false. And that's it. So this is the answer that you have to put in the test. In order to test it, though, I actually need to write a constructor. I'm going to generate a constructor. The constructors are going to use an array list. So, and I also need to add an add method that's going to add new number groups to this add group to the group list dot add group. So I need a constructor and a way to add things because my test method, you see I already wrote that. Test method is the same as you see in the example here. I'm gonna add these three ranges, 5, 8, 10, 12, 1, 6. 5, 8, 10, 12, 1, 6. I create a multiple group like that, and then I add those three ranges to that multi-groups, which I call multi-groups, which really I should call it multi-group. So I call this guy multi-group, which is a new multi-group, and then I add those three ranges, and then I'm going to test it. Does it contain the number 2? That should be true. Number 9 false. Number 6 true. This is the same as here. And I can run that, and the results should be the same, right? True, false, true, right? As I commented here. So yeah, that's it. That works, and this is the answer.